Hello everybody, and you're very welcome back to the channel. This is the Tim Speed Show, and I am Tim Speed, bringing you all the latest news and insights into Formula 1. Another F1 season is just a few weeks away, with lots to look forward to, like new liveries, new drivers, and what else? Oh yeah, a little thing such as a brand new era in Formula 1. I'm Tim Speed, and you're welcome to the show. Folks, thank you everybody indeed. Thank you very much. Yes, we are back, coming to you live from the F1TV Éire studios. This is the Tim Speed Show. You're very welcome, and thank you everybody. On to the news. So folks, round one of the F1 2022 season is not far away at all. Just over 5 weeks to go until we have a 2.5 triple header. And what I mean by that is we have the season opener in Bahrain starting on the 18th of March. Then we return to where Hamilton somehow forgot how to overtake.
Oh, they've touched and they've collided!
Saudi Arabia the week after. And then we have a break of one weekend where hopefully Lewis has remembered how to overtake again. And we hit the streets of Melbourne for the fan favourite Australian Grand Prix, a 23 race calendar this year with a first time visit to Miami later on in the season. We'll also have a little bit of testing before that, of course. 2 weekends of testing this year. Barcelona February 23rd to 25th, and the weekend before the race in Bahrain there will be a weekend of testing there too. The F1 2021 season has been put to rest. Max Verstappen took his first world championship, meaning of course Lewis Hamilton will have to try again to secure a record 8 world title. Not an easy year to forget. It was a very intense season for both of the front running drivers, and with Lewis Hamilton specifically, you know, saying that he would take a break from social media over the winter break, it was a little bit surprising to see that there was a narrative played out by the likes of Sky Sports, who consistently reported that Lewis Hamilton was very much thinking about leaving the sport over claims of widespread corruption throughout the FIA. Perhaps a dangerous thing might be that Sky Sports' narrative on the subject kind of make up this belief that there's other storylines within F1, when in reality we know that both drivers get on very well and there's a lot of respect within the sport. Unfortunately, that was probably tested this year a little bit, as Verstappen arguably was the way more aggressive and probably slightly out of line driver on a couple of different occasions. However, it would be unfair to say that Hamilton was in any way guilty free this year, which leads to another point about Sky Sports having biased presenters. Basically, Sky Sports is the main channel for F1 in the world, and they charge a premium for that. They charge you to watch the races on their channels. And so I think it's a little bit ridiculous that Sky Sports would post these types of articles and talk about this storyline as if it was true, when we all know as people that a lot of mass communication and discussion about these things takes place online. So it doesn't make sense for a big news corporation like Sky Sports to basically lie and make up articles and make up stories to get clicks onto their website, especially considering the season that we had. It was already dramatic enough, and certainly within a sport where drivers push to the limit of being a good driver or dying in a massive crash for entertainment, in this sport we don't need a toxic fan base. So Sky Sports, if you're the main channel for F1 and charge people to watch F1, maybe stop making up stuff about Hamilton or Verstappen and having completely biased presenters, and just maybe do your job a little bit. So the big news in terms of new drivers is of course the return of ex-Red Bull man Alexander Albon, who makes his return to F1 in the Williams, who I think everyone is hoping will be competitive again after some truly great moments last season. Of course, George Russell getting his Williams around the Spa circuit on Saturday in the rain to take second on the day, and of course took second in the race as it was eventually cancelled due to the weather. Williams have a dashing new FW44, so hopefully, please God, F1 gods, this car will be good. Moving on to the only driver without previous F1 experience, Guyan Zhou, who takes the second driver spot at Alfa Romeo and comes with substantial backing, which of course team boss Frederick Vasseur said played a part in his picking. Zhou, who finished third in the F2 Championship last year, also racked up 5 wins and 20 podiums over his 3-year F2 stint. It's certainly not a bad record, but it's not exactly F1 standard, by any means. Again, finances play a huge part in decision making. Other high-ranking junior drivers such as Nick De Vries, Callum Ilott, and Oscar Piastri will have to continue to wait for their chance at an F1 seat without such financial backing. So, of course, with the season set to begin in just over a month, we should expect to have plenty of cars to enjoy right now. But in a little twist before the new era, teams have resorted to posting either digital renditions of their car or simply putting the new liveries over the base 2022 example model that the FIA made earlier this year, which is either unfair to the fans or good tactics to keep their new features and developments under wrap until the season starts. So right now we'll focus on the cars that we have seen running or that we know are real. McLaren look to continue their run back to the front with the dashing MCL36. Beautiful tones of blue complement the classic papaya orange and black livery that fans have come to love over the last couple of years. I remember in 2017 it was a little bit touch and go, but certainly the blue and papaya orange looks fantastic. Alfa Romeo hit the track in their stunning C42 with a graphic livery that unfortunately probably won't last past testing, as the paint job of this car is most likely just to make it difficult for other teams to study and to find out its new features and so on. Red Bull and Haas designers continue to do absolutely nothing as both teams released digital renditions of their cars with little or no livery changes from 2021. But all the feels have been felt so far by Aston Martin fans as the new AM22 hit tracks last weekend in a stunning all-green livery and fresh new design. It's clear this will be one of the most enjoyable cars to watch in the new season. And lastly, I can't say a stale blue and those fonts look good on the new AlphaTauri AT03, which kind of sounds like something from Star Wars. Frankly, just like Pierre Gasly, I think this car needs a little bit more love and a lot more respect. Well, that has been the news. Thank you very much for joining me, folks. I'm Tim Speed, and of course, this has been the Tim Speed Show. For everything F1 related, we are on Instagram and YouTube. Please check us out. The new season is just a few weeks away, with testing even closer. Join us for all the updates you'll need for Formula 1 2022. This has been the Tim Speed Show, folks. I'll see you in the next one.